welcome to my second video of this series. Today I'm going to talk about routing in NextJS. So, what basically routing is? Routing is when you click on localhost. For example, you're browsing in localhost 3000. For example, when you run your program and you start your program as develop mode, it gives you a port to go to. So I'm going to run it here. Okay, this is localhost 3000. Whenever I run this or paste this URL into any browser, it would show me this website. And when I click on some other pages of it, for example, like navigating to docs, you get what I mean. It's routing. It's when you move to another route. It's not basically the same. In Next.js, routing is a basic and very simple thing, and it's actually good to enjoy. So in our source directory, in our app directory, we can create a file or a folder. When we create a folder, I'm going to name this about. And when you create a file named page.tsx, this has to be page.tsx or page.jsx if you're using JavaScript. For example, in this case we are using TypeScript, so we have to use TSX, but it has to be JSX or TSX. For the sake of this example, I'm gonna use TSX because I'm going to use TypeScript in it. Then you can export default and function to create your route. Okay, about page. For example, I'm gonna modify header. This is an about page, about page. This just doesn't make any sense, so I'm gonna just show up an emoji here, like donut. Yep. Okay, let's move to this page. So when we move to this page, we have to type in the URL we entered as the folder here. When we hit enter, this h1 appears in this area. Like, we can also add in more to that. Like, I wanna wrap this over another element like h3. In about page, I'm going to demonstrate what's going on this website. And when we hit enter, the site has been already refreshed, and it refreshed simultaneously. You can add something more to it or add a link here. Import this link component as the Next.js. I'm going to show you what this does actually. So for the link component, this is a built-in component for Next.js. We can tell him to where to go using href, and we can give it a text like homepage. This is where we're navigating, and when we hit save, you can actually click here, and it will take us to the main page. In the main page, which is here, so one of the two things. First, I'm going to modify this next page here, main div. Okay, I'm just gonna add this here, link next href I want to navigate to about page. We can see that here if we click on it, it would navigate us to this page. Note that we can name anything our folder, anything. There's no limitation, although you may want to consider not adding special characters like percents or some other like brackets, because those are reserved routes and those have other functionalities. But yeah, you can just create another thing within about, or just contact, and you can create a page tsx. I'm going to name this contact page. So here is the contact page. You can connect with me here. Smiley face. I'm gonna use emojis. Alright, thank you. Let's hit save and go to about / contact. And as you can see, it's loaded here. But what happens if a route doesn't exist? For example, contact -us. It would throw us to the page not found, error 404. And we can move these folders to the upper level, so we don't have to go to contact about. It throw 404, but why? Because we already moved to contact page here. These are the two pages that are working, so just wrap these into an h1, add a link component. Using a link component, give it href, navigate to the home page, and for the page, what does this say? Okay, never mind, later. What this does is href for contact me. So if we head back to the component homepage, contact me, homepage, about page, yep, it's working perfectly and seamlessly. See you in the next video. In the next video, I'm going to talk about and go deeper in details for styling, basically basic styling. See you in the next one.